Innovation, one of those buzzwords that I keep hearing over and over in countless strategy sessions, but a lot of times organizations don't truly understand, how do I bring that back in order to generate real business value? So I thought we'd put together a series of articles and videos where we go through the process of thinking, what kind of frameworks can I use? How do I organize myself? What kind of mindset do I need in order to actually bring innovation into my core and apply it to drive that business value that we talk about? So let's start with a definition. There's many definitions of innovation out there, but one that I really like is the creation of value through the use of novel solutions that solve meaningful problems. Am I creating business value? Am I using something novel or new? And am I solving an actual meaningful problem? If the answer is yes, I'm innovating. The thing is that this can be all the way from new simple packaging to revolutionary new technologies. So a lot of organizations don't really understand the spread of their risk across their innovation strategy investments. What we need to do is think about this as the same way that we think about portfolio investment strategies. I need to diversify my investments in a way that I generate an actual risk-reward profile that fits my organization. Now, one of the models that I usually use to visualize innovation as a portfolio is the ambition matrix. This is a model by Monner Deloitte, but they define 3 different areas: core, adjacent, and transformational innovations. Core are the ones that are leveraging existing assets or existing capabilities to serve existing markets or existing customers. So this is your 5 to 10% increase by implementing new formulations or new packaging. Transformational, on the other end, are the ones that actually serve a completely new market through a completely new capability. So this is going outside of whatever the company or organization already knows. They're also known as disruptive, breakthrough, game-changing innovations. And then in the middle, you have adjacent. Adjacent has categories from both. And what I'm doing here is that I'm serving existing markets with new products, or I'm basically giving existing products to new markets. And it can have categories of both, as I mentioned, because it can be as close to disruptive or closer to core. The level of investment that I do in my core, adjacent, and transformational innovations will depend on the industry and life cycle of the organization that I'm in. However, companies that commonly outperform the S&P 500 tend to break down their innovation investments on 70% core, 20% adjacent, and 10% transformational innovations. What was impactful is that the ROI for each one of the innovation areas was actually the inverse of the allocation of resources. This is why it's important to have a strategic footprint across all the areas. Now, having an effective innovation investment strategy is just a start. Now I want to think about what kind of mindset and culture do I want to have to encourage innovation within my organization? How do I organize myself? How do I generate ecosystems of small agile teams that can effectively implement and deliver those types of innovation initiatives? How do I leverage frameworks that can actually help me understand my customer better to solve those meaningful problems that we're talking about? How do I fund my teams? How do I make sure that they don't get stuck with bureaucratic tape? So we're going to be tackling some of these pieces in future posts, so stay tuned. Lots more coming.